to talk about a very special Taylor Swift feature that's going to be part of the ST, something I think a lot of people are going to try and get their hands on. Welcome to the studio.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hey.
So, Yamini, tell us about this special feature on Taylor Swift that's starting this Friday, I do believe.
Saturday, February 17 until February 25th.
Okay.
We will be publishing in the live pages a one-page infographic on Taylor Swift. Each infographic will cover a Taylor Swift era. It is not a comprehensive coverage in the sense that we do miss out one era, the self-titled debut album, but that's because Taylor herself doesn't really have any songs from it on her set list. But also, the thing is that would make 10 infographics. But with 9, what we've done is you can collate all the 9 infographics and make a sort of mosaic poster of Taylor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, that is a very special keepsake. So, see, all the reason to buy.
So it's meant to be kind of like a collectible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. And you've actually brought, this is the, when you collected it, it will look like this giant poster, but we're going to show everybody on our Facebook Live in just a bit. Yeah, on air, a bit hard to see.
So join us on Facebook. We are live now actually at 1FM 91.3 on Facebook. You can see for yourself some of the graphics. Very, very amazing and stunning. But Yamini, also tell us about the inspiration behind this feature.
It honestly just began with, my entertainment editor, Jean Marie Tan at Life, she 6 months ago was not really into Taylor, but then she went to watch the concert film, and I have been relentlessly telling her, updating her about all of Taylor Swift's life happenings in the last 6 months, and she's like, okay, I have an idea. We go big on the Eras Tour because Taylor Swift is pretty much the biggest person in the world right now.
True.
She's the only person who can justify going big this way. So it was 9 infographics, a curated sort of exploration of her career, her highs, her lows, her love life, her music. And also, it's just the fact that it's not an encyclopedia article. It's not Wikipedia. It's not going to have every single thing about her life. So Swifties, please forgive us for excluding some things. We just try to include the highlights, the interesting things. We want to make sure even non-Swifties can kind of read it and be like, wow, she accomplished so much. No wonder she's so big now.
That is amazing. We're going to talk even more, and also some questions to Billy, who had to take all this information, put it out so beautifully in all this graphic design and layout, and we're going to see the poster itself. So come and join us on our Facebook Live at facebook.com/1FM913.
The Brightside with Carol, Lavinia, and Shehzad.
Hey there. Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Kamini question. In one sentence, tell me why I should care about Taylor Swift.
Wah!
Once,
She's coughing at my question.
You can use commas lah,
No cussing.
semicolon.
Let me show.
She is, it's a fact. She is pretty much the biggest celebrity in the world right now. I was just saying to some other people that I actually watched the Super Bowl the other day.
Yeah.
I have never seen or cared about American football in my life. It's fake football. Why? Because Taylor made me care. And even my dad, who did not know who Taylor Swift was before, he now knows because of me. And he came into the room and was like, is the game over? Who's winning? Why would he care about why? He knows I care about Taylor. And I'm just one of millions. The fact she broke Ticketmaster several times in several different countries. Winning Album of the Year Grammy, first person to ever do so at even 35 years old.
True.
She's only going to go up. And I say that because even her lowest point in 2016 when she was cancelled, she came back with amazing music, and the pandemic really kind of made her explode in popularity.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if she survived that, she can survive anything.
Yeah.
Right?
So really quite, an icon as well as a role model. My question, can we show them this wonderful, so this is what happens. This is when you have collected all 9, right?
This is basically what's on Yamini's wall. At home, right? Billy.
Actually, this was from the wall, and then she brought it down to show it to us.
Unfortunately, I had to rip it off the wall and bring it here.
Thanks. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous.
How amazing if Taylor could sign this.
That would be amazing.
Yamini, she needs to.
I'll faint, I will die, I will ascend to heaven.
I actually had a dream about this.
You had a dream that it happened.
I'm having deja vu moments right
Oh
now.
my gosh.
Like, seriously.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So it will happen. It will
Chills.
happen, okay?
Oh my goodness.
Just make sure it's to Yamini, not to Billy. So Billy, you have the task of putting all that information, and look at it. Look at just all the details that are in it into each of these 9 sort of like layouts.
Yeah.
What was it like? What was the biggest challenge?
I guess
Yamini breathing behind your shoulder and going like, you gotta get this right.
I guess for me the biggest challenge would be keeping everything coherent, because individually it has to still work as individual graphics,
Right.
you know, and overall it still has to look good, you know. So there's this challenge to try to make each of them still look interesting and not, you know,
Of course.
if all 9 graphics look the same, it will kind of be boring. So each of it needs to kind of have its own flair and, you know,
Visual design.
Yeah,
aesthetic.
visual, yeah.
And I gotta say, I mean, I hope you guys at home, I mean, on our Facebook can actually see this, but when you get the 9 layouts together, it's a giant, look at that, it's Taylor Swift. She's
Yeah.
like, that's life size.
Oh, is that
Is
so?
it life size?
Yes.
Oh my goodness!
Life
actually
size
could
of
be.
her.
So it's
It
like
could be, right?
Instagram,
I
you know,
think
like-
she is really, that's her size.
Like how you do it on Instagram.
No, she's much taller than
She's
me.
much taller. Okay, so you put the poster higher.
One fact I mentioned is she towers over most Singaporeans at the height of 1.8 meters.
Wow, she's 1.8.
And plus them heels. Oh my god,
She's
it's
tall.
gorgeous.
One thing I want to mention is Billy also had to like keep in mind that it has to form this like image, which is not easy. Considering he's got all
correct.
this text.
No lah. Like
Yeah.
I was saying, he did it on Instagram first, and then he
Did on Instagram.
You can do that right on Insta.
There's a bit of sweat running down Billy's side of his face.
You
when we found
can't
out.
try my drop blood. You do. You think so easy.
But it is gorgeous. I mean, I can just imagine the amount of effort, just the sweat, the tears that went into it, but it is really well worth it. Goodness, guys. So start looking out for this come Saturday, right? That's when the first one comes out,
Saturday.
right? Once again, one of the details comes out, starts on Saturday.
Starts on Saturday, February 17th, and runs every day in the live pages until February 25th. So you can collect the newspaper clipping. We also got a special poster giveaway, which I can mention later during the live radio
hello.
segment.
Is that the poster?
It'll be basically that size. It won't be a glossy finish.
Okay.
It'll be a matte finish. That'll be easier to frame. Yeah.
Yeah, so that you
Oh,
can get her to
doesn't
sign on
shine.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you
But
laminate.
glossy, then you know, sweat proof. She's sweating, she's signing, it'll just drip
Also
off.
true. You know, these are the things that we talk about. We think about all these things. We're gonna head back on air and find out more about this really special Straits Time feature for Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. Come and join us on 1FM 91.3.
I want to touch it.
You want to touch it? Okay, touch. And it's laminated, it's glossy, so it's okay.
This is
Fingerprints
for
are
us to
alright.
keep put on our
We
wall.
will send you the.
She just gave you a death
actual
stare.
Final one. No. There's a final one. This is not the final one. There's updated.
Just ended that with Taylor Swift's love story right here on the Brightside. Oh, it's approved by our guests in the studio. We have Yamini as well as Billy. Yamini is a Straits Times journalist who did this really special feature, right? You worked on it alongside the illustrator Billy from Straits Times as well to produce this amazing poster.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the eventual result. You want to collect all 9 of these beautiful live covers to get this giant size poster.
Yep. Well, it's not a cover. It'll be inside the pages of life. So you
inside.
do have to like buy the paper and get it out of the paper.
It's a bit of a collector's item.
Yes,
Yeah, very
yes.
cool indeed.
We'll be printing a limited run of actual posters. So, because the newspaper will also be really big, not everyone's going to have space to put up 9 pages.
Sure,
So,
sure.
we'll be printing out these special posters that collate all 9, and we'll be doing a giveaway on our TikTok.
Ooh, very, very nice.
That's really exciting. So, did you touch it already, Carol?
I am touching. I'm holding it now because
How
it
do you
looks
feel?
so precious. You know, the 9 posters have come together to form an even larger image of Taylor Swift. So
That is really
a lot
clever.
of thought. Kudos to you, Billy, for putting this together and
Yeah.
dreaming this up, and of course, Yamini for filling in all this information. Actually, what's a lesser known fact about Taylor Swift that you discovered in the midst of putting together this special feature?
Okay, I apologize to people who've heard me ramble about this before, but it was just mind-blowing to me. Marjorie Finlay, Taylor Swift's grandmother,
Okay.
maternal grandmother.
Lucky grandma. I thought she was going to say cat.
Marjorie Swift and her daughter Andrea, Taylor's mother,
Yeah.
they spent time in Singapore because Taylor's grandfather had a job here. So Andrea Swift actually went to the Singapore American School apparently for a few years. Yeah.
No.
And there's actually a Straits Times clipping about Marjorie Finlay being cast in an opera at the Victoria Theatre in around 1968.
That is really cool.
So we included that clipping in the Lover era poster. Yeah, so look out for that.
my goodness, that is really cool. So obviously it runs in the family, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Does Taylor know this?
No, I'm sure she does because she mentioned it in an interview that, my mom spent time here and she's been so inspired by her grandmother. She wrote a song called Marjorie. It's in the concert. It's a beautiful song.
That is so. Oh,
Yeah.
getting all the feels.
Yeah.
No, but she has mentioned, I mean, I've gone for her previous concerts, and she would always talk about how her mom had lived here in Singapore, and she really feels there's something special about the island itself. We are special.
I must have missed that amidst all the screaming fans. I mean, I went to the one at I think the indoor stadium was just. It's like, it was like a dolphin arena for like 2 hours. My ears were ringing after the concert.
I'll tell you this, you know who I really want to interview? The Swiftie dads. You know, the dads that accompany their daughters who want to come and watch Taylor Swift. I mean, there's so many, they're super protective, but yet they're there, and sometimes some of them are dancing along. It's so nice to see.
I'm actually looking for Swiftie dads to interview, so please hit me up.
Oh, so how can they get in touch with you if they just want to share about their trials and tribulations?
So you can say hi to me on Instagram. Just Yam Things at Instagram.
Yum things.
Just Yam Things.
Just yum things.
Just Yam Things.
I like that. Okay, approved. So if someone has never ever listened to the music of Taylor Swift, can you narrow it down to an album that you would recommend they start with?
Just one.
Reluctantly, I will narrow it down, but under duress, to 1989, her album from 2014. So this really was her big foray into pop, and it was a huge album. It made a lot of people, including me, really pay even closer attention to her. And it's got so many of her biggest hits: Shake It Off, Blank Space, Wildest Dreams. It's actually my young nieces and nephews don't actually know much about Taylor, but they've heard Shake It Off.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the good album to start with.
I think everyone recognizes that song. It's so iconic now. You have a bad day, shake it off.
Yeah,
you
that's
listen
true.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone can connect. And just, even she had to sing that song, I think, over and over.
Yeah.
Some people would still attend a concert.
No, I think that's the beauty of I think her music. A lot of people can relate to her lyrics, what she's saying. I got a question for Billy. Okay, so this must have been quite the project for you. You definitely, even if you're just like placing, doing the design of it, you must have learned a lot about Taylor Swift. Were you a Swiftie before this whole thing?
Nope,
Are you a Swiftie now?
not really.
But you would definitely be a walking Taylor Swift encyclopedia because of all the information you have learned.
I won't say encyclopedia per se.
Yeah,
but
because Yamini is like looking at him, you don't know as much as me. Awesome. Guys, this is really quite the endeavor. I mean, look at the fruits of your labor. It's a beautiful, beautiful poster. I think everyone's going to get definitely excited about this. New cues to be formed. This will make the news. Yeah, on Saturday. Any last details about the whole feature for everyone to know, or even the contest?
I would say keep an eye on our TikTok. We will put up a demo video on how to participate. It's a filter, basically, which TS era are you? And it's quite fun. It's got Billy's artwork in the filter as well, so you can kind of have a little peek. And it's just kind of fun, and just post it and follow us on TikTok, and we'll message you if you kind of qualify for the giveaway.
Now, Yamini, I know you're attending the Taylor Swift concert right here. All the best. I hope you will get to meet your idol. Maybe get an autograph on that poster as well. Thank you guys for joining us here on The Brightside.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
The Bright Side with Carol.
Good time. Greatest hits.